All right, guys, here we go with a daily challenge. If I have time, I'm going to try to post one of these every day. Not going to try to grind. I'm just trying to give my first look and give you guys some ideas for some lines if you are trying to grind it. So here we go. We're starting with Nokia, looks like. And this is a tough one to get, so we're going to wait till we can find the ace. Skip Sapphire. Should be a decent line. I don't know if it's going to be an... Oh, we get a dead skip. Oh, no way. I'm actually going to show that because that was my first try at it. And it almost ended up in the basket. But I think you might be able to get there with that disc on that line. I just will never know because it didn't skip good, but we still almost made it. So that was a fun way to start. All right, so back at it. Found a line that's going to work. I don't think the Sapphire quite gets there. So this is glide, skip, rive. Lots of different ways you can do this, but power down in between those last couple Wi-Fi symbols or lines, and you can get the ace that way. So there we go. We started with an ace, and now we can move on. This next hole, we go skip Sapphire, slide to the left, top chevron kind of pointed down at that little white stake, disc of Anheuser. This one's overturned a little bit, but as long as it doesn't, it should be all right. Yeah, as long as we get a good skip, even if you catch collision on that bush, it usually will skip over the little creek. I try not to hit the bush, but kind of still nice to know if you do overturn it, usually ends up okay. This one, we're just going to go default aim with the glide, skip, rive. Pretty straight pull, maybe a touch of hyzer, not much. And come on, fade. This is going to be left. But that's a fun one to run. Usually you'll get away. We got real lucky hitting that tree there. Even if you get back behind those bushes, you can pretty much save the birdie almost every time, unless you slide under the fence, which doesn't happen often, but it does happen, so be mindful of that. Pioneer Bay 3, water skip gold, best water skip for this hole in my opinion. I'm sure others will disagree, but there's my aim point, disc of Anheuser. This is on a great line. And now that I have the glide skip paradigm in my bag, in all my bags, I do much better on this hole because the second shot is much easier with the paradigm than it is with the rive. Oh, this looks really good. If we can avoid the tree, is it going to get around the tree? Oh, we just catch the tree. Still should have a decent look. 85 feet. Would have been much easier had I not hit the tree, but let's see if we can save this. This is the Sapphire, and we get the eagle there. So that's nice to get. What do we got next? So you can throw a skip disc here in this wind, but it's just gonna add more risk. So I'm gonna go light glide, just a straight pull with that aim point, and it should fade back away from the water. Sometimes you still get unlucky breaks on this hole going down this right side, but that worked out fine for us. From here, if you try to run this, it's always going to be risky. We'll give it kind of a soft bid. This is going to be way short though. I need to land a little bit higher up, but we're going to have an easy birdie. It's just way too risky to give that an aggressive run for the second shot, so I don't recommend going for that one, especially being hole 5. If it was like hole 1 or 2, maybe I'd run it in a daily challenge, but not hole 5. Same with this one. There's nothing you can really do other than try to practice a second shot here. You might be able to get across with like a big skip, water skip disc, but it's going to be a challenging shot, and even if you get across, it's not going to be an easy throw in, so I don't think it's worth the time trying to do that. So we're going to try to get lucky and throw it in from over here. Ooh, we might have a chance here. Big skip, big skip. Skipped a little more to the side instead of up. I needed to land a little higher up the hill, but that was a pretty good bid. All right, we got Coyote Canyon to end, starting off with. I used to throw the rive here. I've switched to the gold. I feel like I figured it out with the gold, but we're going to find out. Same aim point that I was using the rive, just a little more hyzer. We're going to give this about a disc of hyzer with this one wind. Tried to make it, man, I even let it sway to the right. Come on, get around. At least I made it around that corner. Stop. Hey, we got a shot here. We stayed dry. So I'm not sure what happened there. I don't know why it didn't turn a little more off the release, but I'm sure you guys can do a little better than me on that, but maybe we get lucky here and make this eagle 170 with the Svea. I pulled it down way too much, darn it. Didn't want to leave it short, and I pulled it too far back. So no luck there on the eagle. See if we can get an ace or an eagle on the next two holes. This is not an easy eagle here, or not an easy ace. The light glide is what I usually throw, but it's going to be a little too much in this wind, so we're going to go with the water skip. We want to at least give it a chance. Default aim, a bunch of Anheuser. Ooh, this might... Come on, turn, turn, turn. No. You can see that was right on line, so just a little more turn in that, and we might have had a shot. But there's an ace line there for you. That was a water skip gold. Default aim, just a little bit past full Anheuser, and that'll give you a shot there. All right, we got to finish with this eagle. No idea what the leaderboard looks like. We're going light glide. I'm going to slide right from my aim point just so I can hopefully hit the top here. Nice. Big yes. All right, we're going to be in great position. Should be inside 200 here. Shouldn't even have the bush in our way. 192. All right, we're making this. Going with a pure top chevron kind of pointed down at the basket. Maybe a little bit of Anheuser. No, I needed a little more. Dang it. A little more turn, and that would have been dead center. So no luck there. Man, I think had we made that or Coyote Canyon 3, we might be tied for the lead. I'd imagine there's some 12 unders. We'll see, though. 11 under. Dang, diamond is 11. That's a tough 11 under. One of the tougher diamonds, I feel like, but I haven't been doing daily challenge, so still early. Oh, so just a bunch of 11s right now. Doesn't surprise me. I'm sure there'll be at least a 12. I would think a 13 would win it if you got some good players actually grinding it and trying. But there you go, guys. Hopefully that helps if you are trying. Thanks for watching me play some DGV.